Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to make your own version of the Get Down meme. Of course, it's mainly two components. You have your images and you have the audio. The audio you guys should be able to find online. What I recommend doing is to go to a website that allows you to download a YouTube video. You can use mine or someone else's, it really doesn't matter. A couple important images you want to have are the side to side hip ones with your arms and up. Ones that look like these when you're pointing to both directions. Also, you need some kind of image that's like this back and forth motion. That's really important too. Also, an extra thing that you need is a clip of yourself swaying your hips from side to side, and I'll be sure to touch more on this later in the video. The rest of the images, really, you can do whatever you want. To get these images, I recorded, obviously, a video of myself doing all these moves with a fixed camera so that I could just take the parts where I am in the most consistent position. So I have all of these saved in a very nice folder in my downloads section so that I have easy access to them for Hitfilm. I'll also be providing a link to downloading Hitfilm Express, which is a really nice free video editing software that I use mainly for all my videos. So the first thing you should do is just click New. You can either do it from up here or up here in this bar. Personally, I always like to choose 1080p Full HD 60 FPS and really just go from there. If your webcam supports higher or has a preference for the template, go for it. So obviously you don't have to do this, but for the beginning and end of my video, I decided to add portions where I walked from my computer to the spot. You can do this, you don't have to, it's ultimately up to you. The little flair you want to add to this version of the meme. If we zoom in here on the actual video, you can see right there these little frames. These are the actual ones where I am changing, and this happens, I change basically every 2 frames. So the image goes on for 2 frames, goes on for 2 frames, goes on for 2 frames, goes on for 2 frames. And so to get these individual frames, what I did was I took my entire video and I dragged it onto my editor. In doing so, I can select a point of the video using the little cursor. Just for example, we'll use one of these sections over here. So what I can do is I can scroll to a specific point, and over here at the top right there's an export button and I can export the frame. You can choose the folder you want to do it at. We'll just select, get down frames. We'll select this folder, we'll import it, and then you can see here, that's the frame right there. So after you have your frame that you want to do, you can basically just start putting them in. Some key moments to watch out for are obviously in the beginning when it does this kind of back and forth move. This shouldn't be too hard. Once again, you can use my video as reference and basically have it side by side. Real quick, I'll show you what I mean by that. What you can do is drag a video and just have it side by side. Obviously the videos aren't synced right now, I don't believe. Oh yeah, there we go. See, they're synced, and you can just side by side, so that when the frame changes, the frame for your video changes, and it's pretty convenient. Along with the first section that you have to be careful of, there is the other section where you do the back and forth swaying with your arms up. You can either choose to do it as a still frame, or you could choose to do it as a video. If you're gonna do it as a still frame, it's gonna be a little bit easier since you could just drag it out to your desired length. But if you're gonna do it as a video, you might have to right click and change the speed and duration of it. And so what I decided to do was I recorded myself going back and forth a bunch of times, but I ultimately stuck with one clip of me going from one side to the other, and then I just reversed the video, and then I played it back and forward, and then I reversed the video again. The other section you have to watch out for would be this humping back and forth motion. Of course, you can just use my video as a template to help guide you. So now that you have everything ready, you checked it all out, we're gonna be turning the video from the resolution you have it before to a more stylized resolution for our age. The video that I took inspiration from is over here, as you can see under the title, 480 by 360 pixels, but then the video I use is 1920 by 1080. If we want any selected resolution, here's how we can do it. In the top left-hand corner, we can click on File, and we go down to Project Settings. In the Project Settings, in the Video tab, what you can do is unlink these and type in your custom width and height. Let's say I want to do 900 by 600. I can type these in, making sure that it's unlinked, and then I can just click OK. When this happens, your video should either be way bigger or way smaller. And here's what you can do. Let's say that we are going from 1080p to 360, right? Your video should turn out something like this. It should already be centered, and if it's not, what you can do is right click, transform, and center in frame. After that, your video should be centered, and really easily what we can do is just transform, fit to height frame. Then what that will do is basically make the height of the video take up the entirety of the resolution. So you can more or less really easily get this lower resolution feeling. Let's say, yeah, we wanted to turn it into 480 by 360. Unlink it so that it doesn't preserve a custom aspect ratio. Click OK, and look at that. So now our video is too big, but really easily what we can do is right click here in the video editor, go to transform, and then fit to frame height. And that's about it. Your camera placement really depends on you. Because of the layout of my dorm, I chose to actually put it on the bed. The last thing that you need to worry about before you finally export the video is the time duration. In the beginning, when we first created our project, the time given to us was 5 minutes. Simply, we're gonna scroll to the end of our video. You can use the buttons up here in the viewer to find the exact frame it goes to black. I like to cut the video on the frame that there is actually still stuff. In the editor, we can see that it actually gives us a time. We can click on this box, Control C to copy, open up our file, project settings, go to duration, click on the duration box, and Control V to paste it in. And just like that, really easily, we made the video the right length. After that, everything should be done. If you want, you can go through one more check just to make sure the frames line up. Once you're happy with everything, simply click on the export button that should be in editor, click to file, and then just name it something. I have my video right here, but for now we'll just name it testing, and you can save. And then all your videos should pop up in this export bar. After that, you'll be able to upload your video on YouTube. That's it. Thank you for watching.